Hey there peeps, mewmew here and welcome back to Danmachi Memoria Freese, and today we are going to be talking about crafting and the blacksmith. So basically the blacksmith is available to you after completing chapter episode 7-10 in the Bell story. So once you complete that, you'll be able to unlock this blacksmith. Before then you can't really use it, which will allow you to purchase different things. Which will allow you to purchase weapons, and it will allow you to purchase armor. All of them cost 10,000 valises flat and don't really have any stats whatsoever. I mean, there's no special attributes to them. Nothing, nothing special. There is, I do want to call out that there are different weapons that are applicable for different people. So for example, Bell, he can use this little dagger, and he can also use a sword. This other little dagger, I mean, you follow the icons really, and all the characters, they can use different things. It's also very important to know that some of them give you magic attack, some of them give you power attack. So depending on what you want to boost in that specific unit is what you want to give them. So as you can see, there's a few special ones that can use all of them, or they can use some of them, and it does separate it by different types of units, especially because apparently Kid Chloe and Kid Anya, they can use different things. So that was interesting. I had never scrolled that low on this thing, to be honest. Oh, actually no, it shows them separately, but they can use the same weapons. I don't know, but these are basically for the units. You can see what weapons they can use, and the same for the armor. If you toggle that, you can see what kind of armors they can wear, which actually all of them can use all three types of armors that are out there. So that's just purchasing. But you're like, mewmew, all this stuff that I can buy is way too basic. 39 power attack or 39 magic attack ain't gonna do it for me. I want to be stronger. Well, you can't. You can be stronger by crafting. You can craft some really strong stuff. So if you go to crafting, which you cannot unlock until you complete chapter episode 21-6 in the Bell storyline. So once you complete that, you'll be able to unlock crafting, which wasn't really useful at the beginning of the game because we didn't have Rampage, which I'll talk about in a second. So once you unlock crafting, you are able to build your own weapons. You can click your own weapons. You can see the type of weapons that you have an option to make from. For example, Photo's camera. This is a special weapon that you actually need items from the event that is going on to be able to create this. So if you want to upgrade your photo, do it now. Get those coins for her. There are different weapons. They all have different type of attributes in them. You can see here for the forest teardrop what items you need to create it, such as gold ores, rare cloths, and forest tears. And you can see that I have a good amount of each. And we're actually gonna make one because my current weapon for Lefia isn't that great. And you can see that the magic attack on this goes from 190 to 230, and the durability from 850 to 950. And so that's a big gap. But depending on what you get, you can be stronger, and you can also get bonuses for specific weapons, such as Lefia. If she gets it, she'll get this endurance plus 30 on it. Also, you can get up to 3 attributes from the list, so that means you can get 1. You get 2, you get 3. But depending on how successful your creation is. So you can get magic plus 30, magic plus 10, agility, dexterity. Dexterity helps you with the penetration attacks. And I mean, I would like just a whole bunch, the 2 magic ones, and dexterity. That would be my great combination, I think. For example, let's go look at the one that I have currently for her. So equipment list. Let's look at forest teardrop. This is my forest teardrop, and actually there's this little lock button. So lock it so you don't accidentally sell it if you want to keep it. So mine ended up at 226. The max is 230, so it ended up pretty good in the range of attack. And if you flip it over, you can see the skills that mine got. Mine has endurance for Lufia, got dexterity and agility. It could have gotten one more skill, but it didn't, and it didn't get the magic bonuses. So ideally I would have liked to be on the higher end of magic like we didn't here, but also get magic bonuses here. Like, that would have been great. And so then we're back to figuring out, well, let's pretend that I didn't have these things, the gold or the rear cloth. So where do we get these? Because as you play through the story, you don't get any of these items. So where are they? And the answer is in Rampage. So here you can see that there is Rampage at the top right hand side, and when you click it, you can see that right now we are in the May season. For Rampage, you are able to get some special items to create a specific blade for Tione. I'll be building it just to have it, but not that I need it. You can also get this yellow black ore, yellow blade black ore, and red blade white ore. And there's 3 levels to it, but in each quest you are able to get different things. So for example, on this one, these are the different materials that I can get, such as steel ore. But let's say for gold, it might be in the lower levels. As you can see, this one, there's some gold ore, there's some different types of wood that I can get. So you would look for battles that you can get the material that you want. And also, especially in the boss levels, there are special items that you can get. Look this way, you can't really see it behind my chair, but it's right there. Take my word for it. There's a special item. Oh, I can click on it. I love that they added that in one of the updates. Red white ore. I can get this red white ore from this mission if I play it. So that's really cool. It's really cool. And also you can click on materials here if you want to see how many materials you have of each of the things. So by the end of Rampage, I do like to get enough of everything just to have a decent stock, and especially of the higher tier items. And also, let's talk about moon bow gems. Moon bow gems, they are a very rare material that you can get from playing Rampage. It happens when you battle an irregularity, which means some really cute white bunnies, whitish blue bunnies show up. And when these bunnies show up, it means that you'll get a moon bow gem. And you can get from 1 to 3, sometimes 4 if you're really, really, really lucky. And these moon bow gems, you use them to get special items because that can be used for crafting. Because as you can see in me going through this entire list, I don't have any forest teardrops. So how can I make my Lufia weapon? Well, if we need to get the forest tears and we need an item, I remember we have the special exchange. And in special exchange, we have equipment exchange, which actually you can get these weapons just by playing the story. All of them unlock at different points. I'll try to leave a link in the description or just paste in which mission you can get all of these weapons from. But these are just by playing the storyline. You'll unlock them. They're decent weapons for each of the characters, such as Udev's Black Sword, which is up here. This one, has a good power attack. Some of them are specific to different characters, such as the Hessian knife. This one is specific to Belle. He is the one that unlocks her potential, and it's a really good one for Belle, particularly. But there's also this materials exchange up there, which has a suspicious looking moon bow gem in there. And you can buy things using moon bow gems, such as forest tears, brave amber, magic branch, wood branch, wolf, fluorite, and several different other materials. So these materials, you can use them to create weapons for the specific characters. Not all of them require them. Some of the more basic weapons don't require you needing one of these items. but it always adds up to needing 4 moon gems per thing that you create. So we're gonna get 1 forest tier because we only need 1 forest tier, and you can see that we need 4 moon gems to get 1 forest tier. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna exchange, and now we have acquired a forest tier. And now that we have that forest tier, and you know, now we only have 18 moonbow gems, we're gonna come over to blacksmith, go to crafting, go to weapon, go to forest tier drop, which is the weapon that I want to create. You can see that I do have 5 gold ores, 5 rare cloths, and 1 forest tier. And just recall, our limit is from 190 to 230. Let's hope that we get something good. Also, whenever you click the craft button, it tells you that are you okay crafting it, because it does require 100,000 volleys if you want to create it. So we do want to create it, so let's craft it. You can tell by how this glows what you get. If it had glown in rainbow colors, it would have meant I would have gotten something better. So I ended up at 212. The endurance, it has it. Magic attack 10 and magic attack 30. So 212, mine was at 239, I think. We'll check it and compare. But we got magic by 10, magic 30, so that's plus 40, and dexterity 30. Isn't that what I wanted? Isn't that exactly what I just wanted earlier? I said the 2 magics and the dexterity. Like, okay, so we have 40 magic here. 40. So we're gonna compare this to my other one. So we're gonna go. So we're at 212. Yes, we'll equip it. And you can see that Lefia's magic power magic attack will actually increase by me switching staffs. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch them. It was not a great success because it was missing, you know, some of the magic attack that I could have gotten. But let's look at them. So here we have the 2 forest teardrops. One is at 226 and this one's at 212. So 212 to 226, that's 14 difference. But what really added onto it was the fact that I got the magic 30 and the magic 10. So it really, this one is actually 252. So this one's actually 252 versus 226. So there is a difference, and which made, you know, Lefia slightly more powerful. And I think it's really funny that that's exactly what I was asking for. I mean, hopefully I could get one that's stronger, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers. And so we've talked about so far how to get how does crafting and, you know, the blacksmith area work, how you purchase things, how you can create new things, where you get the materials, and how do you create something, and even how to equip it. And that, I think, is crafting and the blacksmith area in a nutshell, other than the fact that I don't know if I've talked about it, but as you use your weapons, you reduce its durability. As you can see, some of my my weapons, like for example the forest teardrop that Leffy has been using, is at 392 out of 939 durability. That means if eventually it gets to 0, it will no longer do what it's intended. It won't either defend or it won't do it, you know, have that additional power associated to it. And, you know, some way, you know, way that you can fix this is by actually clicking on them. So let's say right now Oka is using Odelis' black sword. I can click the sword and then you can see that the durability that it has is 185. I can click repair. It will cost money for me to do this, which you can actually see right there. It's going to be 12,000 valises for me to repair it. So we will repair it because I do use Oka a lot right now, and that is how you repair your weapon. So we've talked about purchasing, we've talked about crafting, repairing, we've talked about equipment list and changing equipment. I mean, for changing equipment, you can select the person and you can see their armor. You can select a different armor to equip on them and just click the equip button, and that's how you equip it. But it's also nice to know that you can see who currently has it, because then you have to go to that person and then, you know, work on their setup as well. There is a lot, you know, that goes into crafting, and sometimes you'll have to create dozens of weapons to be able to get the stats that you want on them, or you can get really lucky and get some really good stats on your weapon. But that has been us talking about blacksmith. Let me know in the comments below, did I forget to mention anything about blacksmithing or the crafting area? And let me know if there's anything else that you want to learn about Danmachi, and wait for the next video in this series of guides and just going through everything that there is in Danmachi. Thank you all so very much for watching, and until next time, meow meow.